Hey guys, welcome back. So today is finally the day where I get to answer all your assumptions, and at the end of the video I will be announcing who is the winner of the giveaway. First and foremost, thank you to everybody who did answer and who left their assumptions. I was reading them throughout the past 2 weeks. Some are very funny, some are really interesting, but we'll get to all of that. I'm going to try to breeze through I'm not going to go through them in any particular order. I'm just going to use YouTube to kind of just go through the comments starting from the first, just work my way up. And I'm going to try to breeze through the easier ones as fast as possible, and then try to give brief descriptions of the ones that kind of need a little bit more explanation to them. So, okay, let's dive right into this sucker right here. So the very first one is, you prefer jeans over sweatpants? I guess it depends on the occasion. There are times that I just live for a pair of sweats. I do go out sometimes and buy like sweats that I know I can wear in and out the house and it'll still look kind of good. But it depends on the occasion, depends on what I'm doing that day, and I guess depends on how good the sweats look and how much I can really get away with them. But yeah, that one's a toss-up. It could go either way. Now this person said that they wonder if I was born in another country because of my accent. And even though my English is very good, they probably assume I was born somewhere else. This one is so funny to me because until this question, I had no clue I had an accent. Even when I said it to my husband, he's like, what accent? I didn't know I had an accent. I was not born in another country. I was born in New York City, in the Bronx, born and raised for most of my life. Maybe it's because of my background, I guess. I'm French, Black, and Puerto Rican. Don't let the light skin fool you. My daddy's a very light skinned Puerto Rican. So, I got his coloring. Out of the 4 kids that my mom had, there's only one brother who actually got that gorgeous caramel color, and the rest of us hate him for it. But, so yeah, maybe because, of my background, maybe because in my house growing up, I lived with my mother and my grandmother, and my grandmother spoke Spanish all the time, so maybe some of that's there. Maybe it's the New York accent you're hearing, maybe it's the Bronx accent. I did move around a lot in life too. I did live down south for a while, and I know I picked up a bit of the southern accent while I was there. And then I moved to Queens for a little bit with my father for a short time. So my accent's, I think, super muddled. I'm all over the place, but definitely not from another country, born and raised in the US and in New York City. So yeah. Next one is, I assume you're a sociable and funny person and also a perfectionist. There are quite a few people who actually said this perfectionist line. I wonder what it is about me that gives that off, because if you had asked me on my own to, like, hey, you think you're a perfectionist, I would have said no. I do like things to look as best as they can, and I do like to always try to do the absolute best that I can. But as far as being a perfectionist, maybe to a certain extent, but not overly so, if that makes sense. I hope it does. And the other part of this, which said, I assume you're a sociable and funny person. I guess funny is relative to, whoever I'm communicating with. Some people might think I'm funny. Some people might think, no, you're not. Sociable, not really. Once I get to meet people, I'm actually very reserved, very quiet until I get to know them, and then I can kind of decide how I have to deal with them, because I feel like you can't come at everybody the same way. You kind of have to gauge what kind of person you're dealing with and then deal with them accordingly. You can't just be the same with everyone. So that's just how I handle things. So as far as being sociable, not really, but I'll come out of my shell more once I get to know you and decide if you're the person I want to, be more of myself with, if that makes sense. Another one who said you're a perfectionist, which I already answered. Someone who says you love nail art. I really, really do. Always, doing my nails as often as I can. I wish that I was capable of actually doing more hand painting nail art on my own. I think that would be amazing, because there's so many ideas that I have that I wish I actually had the talent to do. But otherwise, I don't mind, using nail stickers or pre-designed nails to get my, nails done looking the way I like them. Your reviews are honest. always honest, sometimes brutally honest. I just, always want you guys to understand that, I'm just giving you my own opinion, the way things work for me. Some people might not always agree, and that's okay. We don't ever have to agree, but I'm always going to tell you exactly how I feel about things, and hopefully that comes across, in the videos as I do them. And hopefully you guys always understand that I genuinely feel, how I'm telling you I feel about certain things. So you know that any review or, any opinion you're getting from me is just always going to be 100% the truth from me. Next up, I assume you like bold makeup looks. Toss up. Either or. There are days that I just like, a completely bare face, no makeup at all. There are days that I want light makeup just for some coverage, but I'll keep the look super simple. And then there are days I want to sit down and I really want to play with colors, as we can see today. And I will sit down and do that. So that one's a toss up, completely open to whatever day it is and however I'm feeling that particular day. I assume you like red lipsticks a lot. I do. I've definitely said that before on my channel. So my assumption about you is that you're the same off camera as well as on camera. So pretty much you're an outgoing personality. That goes back to what I said a little earlier. Depends on the situation, depends on the person that I'm communicating with, depends on how comfortable I feel about you. But yes, pretty much what you get on camera is what you'll get off camera. I assume you work too much or too hard sometimes, but it's because you want to take care of your family. There are times that I can totally be super lazy. And I'm like, you know what? I know I have a lot to do. I know I have a lot to get done, and I'm just not interested in it. And I'm just going to lay here and be lazy, because I feel like there are so many days that I just go all the time, and I really don't take too much time to take a break. So whether it's working all week long and then doing, the YouTube thing on the weekends and trying to take care of the house and do shopping and all these other things, that once a good number of weeks has gone by like this, there will be a day where I'm just like, you know what? Nope, not today. And I will just go into lazy mode, and I will pick a day where I have nothing really, important to get done. So I'm going to sit my butt here and I'm going to be lazy and veg out and watch TV and movies and whatever I can. So that one, for the most part, yes. But when I need my days to just be lazy, I will take those days. I think it's important for anyone to do that if you can. So now here's someone that says they assume me as a very optimistic person. I try. I do have times where I just kind of get caught up in the monotony of everything, of, just everyday life, of everyday stresses and everything. And it can get to me and it can weigh me down. And I'll have those times and those moments, those days where I'm just more on the pessimistic side, where it's like, it's a rat race and I'm never going to get out of it. And then there are times where I do try to think a little more positively, just to kind of, if I'm putting it out there, maybe I'll get some of that back. So if I put out optimism, I'll get more optimistic things happening. So, I'm back and forth on that one. I assume you as a hard worker. I assume you as a great mom. I try to be the best mom I can be. I guess the only one who can answer that is my daughter. Baby, come downstairs for a second. Let me go see what she's doing. Be right back. Okay, so it turns out she's sleeping. I thought it was too quiet up there. I try to be the best mom I can be. When I got pregnant, my husband and I, we sat down and we actually talked about all the things that we wanted to do and we didn't want to do. I love my mom and my parents to death, but there are a lot of things that there are a lot of things about the way I was raised that I specifically knew I didn't want to do when raising her, and my husband kind of felt the same way. So once we talked about those things, we have tried to make sure that they absolutely don't happen. And it's difficult to find the balance because, when you're raised a certain way, there are a lot of things that are kind of ingrained in you after a few years. And so there are times I have to catch myself and say, no, Priscilla, don't do that. You give it a moment, breathe. and stop myself from reacting certain ways. But otherwise, I try to be the best mom I can be. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I have days where I sit back and think, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have reacted that way? Absolutely. But I always strive to do my absolute best and to stop and think before reacting, because that gives me the best opportunity to really consider how I want this situation to turn out and what reaction would help it turn out better. So, I try. Let me see. My assumption is that you drink everything with a straw. Not everything. Not everything. It depends on what I'm drinking. It depends on where I am. Depends on whether or not I have makeup done and I'm worried about ruining lipstick or something. Did I just spit? Sorry. So it depends. But do I drink everything with a straw? No. But that was one of the funny ones that got me. It was so random. Honestly, I assume that you would be the best aunt. Oh my word, you're amazing and would be perfect to a little niece. So I guess my niece would be best to answer this. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and call her and see if I can get her to answer on camera. Let's see.
Hello.
Sean Gloria.
Yes, ma'am.
You on camera, miss.
I'm on what?
I said you're on camera right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm at the breakfast table.
Well, find a quiet spot for 2 seconds. Okay, you ready?
Okay, wait. Okay, yes, I'm ready.
All right, quick question. I'm doing my assumptions video, and one of the assumptions is that I would be a great aunt. So think wisely before you answer this question. Am I or am I not a great aunt?
Yeah, I would say so. One of my favorites, that's for sure.
Hey, one of the favorites. What is it about me that makes me a great aunt?
Well, you're very understanding. You're hilarious, so you make people's days, and I can come to you for anything.
Hey, all right, you're gonna get paid well after this. All right, well, thank you for answering me. Go ahead, go finish eating, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye, Mom. I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Aww. Aww. That was actually kind of sweet. I wasn't expecting an answer that sweet, but that was very sweet. Okay, so I didn't even have to answer that one myself. You got the answer to that. Let's go on to the next question. Okay, my assumption about you is you are very outspoken and you have a helping nature. Yes, I'm definitely outspoken. Anybody in my family will tell you that. Any of my friends will tell you that. I kind of follow the philosophy, just the idea that as long as I say what I want to say and get it off my chest, whatever happens after that, however the other person reacts to it after that, is really none of my business. If I really strongly feel like I have to say what I have to say, then I really won't care how the other person's going to feel about it. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, sometimes a good thing, but I just feel like it's just more important for you to always know that you're always going to get the truth from me, the, brutal honesty from me, as opposed to always wondering whether or not I'm keeping things to myself or just not being 100% with you. So, okay, to Sherry Crook, thank you so much for your comment. That meant a lot to me to read that comment, and I'm so glad that you feel, that I'm sweet and that I'm very honest. I appreciate that so much. Your whole comment just made my day, the day that I read it. So that was very sweet to me. So I just wanted to take a moment out to say thank you to that. I didn't really see much of an assumption in there, but I did want to take a chance to thank you because I thought that was just an amazing comment. So thank you again. Thank you for the suggestions you made about the highlighters. Someone says, I assume you like singing. I do. I enjoy it. I like your makeup. My assumption about you is that you're unique in every way. I think everyone is. I think just the fact that we're all our own individual people, not one person is like any other, hell, not even twins. So I think we're all unique. I assume that you're big on skincare. I am, and I wish I had started a lot sooner. Skincare is so important. If you haven't already started, get into skincare now. It's definitely so important, and you know, it's the basis for all your makeup looking great anyway, putting it on top of great skin. So start your skincare soon if you can. I assume you love beauty on a budget. Absolutely. I hate the fact that so many high-end name brands charge so much when there's so many affordable drugs. See, drugstore is not what it used to be. Back in the day, drugstore was really lame. Like, if you went to the drugstore for your stuff, like, you knew you were gonna just get like the lowest of the low quality. It's not like that anymore. The drugstore has stepped it up so much to actually match what high-end is doing that it really bothers me that so many high-end products or brands continue to charge these astronomical prices for the same thing that you can now find at drugstores. So definitely I'm huge on budget. I assume that while you are lovely, things are not always rainbows and sunshine behind the scenes. This is absolutely correct. I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 things right now going on in my life that I'm not at all very happy about, that stress me out, that, you know, put me through changes that, you know, sometimes if I think too deep on it, do get me down. But I try not to dwell on those things, because one of the things I always try to tell myself and I tell other people is stressing about any situation going to make it better? No. Is, you know, going into a depression over any situation going to make that situation better? No. If what you're doing is not working toward, you know, fixing those situations or making them better, then there's no use in thinking about it too much, dwelling about it, stressing about it. So, and I know that's easier said than done. It happens. We stress about things, you know, but I try not to, with that idea in my mind that stressing it too much won't change it and won't make it better. So only do what I can to make the situations better. So yeah, things are not always rainbows and sunshine, but when I come here, I just try to project, you know, a more positive attitude and everything, because I just want this to be a positive place. I assume you don't give up on things easily, but once you do, you're done. Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe in giving chances, maybe a second chance, maybe a third chance, but you will not get endless, limitless chances. Absolutely not. You give somebody enough rope to hang themselves with. Once they do, they're done. There's no coming back from that. And I'm not the kind of person to allow myself to continue to let someone else, you know, hurt me, or, you know, to just continue to put myself in a situation where it's never going to turn out positively. So yeah, once I decide I'm done, I'm done. And that's that. I assume you keep it clean on camera, but you probably swear off camera. Yes. Yes, I do. I am aware of the fact that my 10-year-old daughter watches me. I'm aware of the fact that my mama watches me. I'm aware of the fact that she tells her friends about me. I'm aware that my father tells his friends about me and my channel. And I want to be a channel that is accessible to everyone, no matter what age you are, no matter what gender you are. I want this to be a comfortable place that people can come to enjoy the videos they're watching. If I'm concerned about my own child and what she watches, then I know other parents are going to be as well. And I want to be a place that if you allow your child to watch me, you're comfortable knowing that I will keep it clean so that it can be good for them. If you're an adult and you just don't like hearing swear words or anything like that, then I want to make sure I'm not sitting up here cussing and carrying on and you're like, I really would have liked to watch her video, but you know, she swears too much. And as far as my mama watching me, I know she doesn't like that. So I'm going to keep it clean so that when she's watching me, she's comfortable, or if she's telling her friends about me, she doesn't have to worry about her friends sitting here watching her daughter swearing up the storm the whole time she's filming. So, you know, that's why I choose to keep it clean. But I have watched a few of your videos before and I assumed you would chill, but you can serve some sass real quick. Oh, for sure. Again, I do try to keep it chill on the channel because I just want it to be a good, positive place. But definitely when it's time for that attitude, when it's time for that sass, it can kick in. It can definitely kick in. That's one of those lifelong things that are kind of ingrained in you that you don't forget too easily. I assume you're extremely funny. Depends on who you ask. I assume you like to save some coin. Absolutely. Like I said before, definitely budget conscious and don't like wasting money on products that are unnecessarily high priced. I assume you're an only child. No, I do have quite a few siblings. I'm actually the oldest and the youngest. So My parents are split up. My mom's got 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. I'm the youngest of those 4. And then my father has 3 girls. I'm the oldest of the 3 girls. So, you know, I kind of get both ends of the spectrum there, but definitely not an only child. My assumption is that you have a fetish for jewelry, you like sexy jewelry, and I hope that that's true. I wouldn't say a fetish, but I do like just unique looking jewelry, different things that I don't personally see every day. So things like that catch my attention. Your basic everyday style of stuff, not so much. But when I see something new and different, you know, just a little unique to me, I'm like, ooh, I want that. And the price got to be right, because I don't like spending too much, especially when I'm just wearing costume jewelry, okay? I assume you wanted to be a singer when you grew up. No, I actually wanted to be a dancer. I could sing really well when I grew up, but I had no vocal control, and I didn't even know what that was back then. So I basically messed up my vocal cords singing too high and too strong and not having any control. So I used to sing really well when I was younger. My mom used to record me and stuff, but now I can no longer sing like I used to. Let's see. I assume that you have a large foot size. That is so random. No. Well, you know what? I don't know, because my foot size, like I wear a 5.5 to a 6 in boy sneakers, but then when it comes to women's shoes, I can go anywhere from a 7 to a 9. It's really weird, like depending on the brand or the makeup style of the shoe, whatever. And that's a wide range. Like usually I know people can go a half size to a full size high, but that 7 to a 9, like that's ridiculous. So I don't know. My foot size apparently is all over the place. I assume that people often assume you're younger than you are because you look so young and great. Thank you very much. But that depends on how old you think I am to begin with. And I'm not telling. I assume that you care for you and yours. Absolutely. I love very strong. I love very hard. Sometimes it may be more than people expect from me. Because I'm the one in the family who is, I don't want to say the black sheep, but I stand alone more on my own than anything else. But when my family needs me, you better believe I'm there in a heartbeat. Like, just don't come for my family. Don't try to hurt anyone, because, you know, definitely that's when the love that's strong comes through, and I'll definitely be there for everyone. Okay, so finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're at the end. I believe I got through all the questions. If there are any that I missed, I guess ask them again down below, and I'll just answer them in the comment section. Thank you again to everyone who left their assumptions and, you know, who participated in this. Now let's get to the part that everybody has been waiting for. And just to keep everything fair, I'm going to use a random name generator to pick the winner. Okay, let's hope that this is in focus, and let's start. And congratulations to Brianna L. Wait, what? I didn't even see that question. It says the winning comment was, I assume you have a twin sister. I do not. Not at all. Just me. So anyway, congratulations to Brianna L. If you can, my link to Instagram is down below, Brianna. So just send me a DM on Instagram, and I will message you back and get all your information on mailing address and everything like that. Once again, thank you very much to everybody who answered. And yeah, this is the end of the video, and I will be seeing you in my next. See you. Bye-bye.